Okay, are we there? Connecting to chat? Yes! We are live! Welcome, everyone, to the Dr. Norbert and Huggy Bear Show. This is Dr. Norbert calling you from London for week 3 of Season X in the MCP TTS League. And with me is my regular co-host and good friend, the Huggy Bear! Hello, Huggy.
Hello, Norbert.
How are we doing tonight?
We're doing great. My regular GT is poured, and I am excited for some what looks to be criminally interesting game.
Fantastic. I'm going to quickly get into the rosters and then we can say hello to everybody and do our usual chats because these guys want to get going. So we have Diomlord from Italy here. What he's playing is Ant-Man, Black Cat, Bullseye, Hood, Kingpin, Winter Soldier, Shadowland Daredevil, Rhino, Pyro, Mystique. So looks like a juicy criminals list, eh?
Yes, for sure.
Cool.
All the good stuff in there.
Yeah, especially new stuff. Pyro and Rhino are there, so I'm looking forward to seeing them there. On the other side, we have a gentleman named Polar, or Polar. No! Polar, no!
Looked like Guardians.
Okay, let me see if he can... so we can see. I'm messaging him. So what's happened so far is Polar from Denmark, as I mentioned, is he won priority and chose secures, and Diomlord chose 19 threats. So we'll take a look at this crises in a minute. But what Polar has is Nebula, Groot, Gamora, Drax, Angela, Rocket, Ronan, Star-Lord, looks like Senior Thanos, I think. Yep, Senior Thanos, and Winter Soldier.
All right.
Cool. So that is a very powerful list in the meta these days. It's made a comeback, really. It kind of took a little hiatus when Malekith was around, but now it's back in force, and it's a very powerful list.
For sure. The only slightly unexpected thing I can see there is no Mystique.
Fair point. Yes.
And also the spicy pick of the criminals roster there, I would say, is the Ant-Man inclusion.
Yes, fair.
He was sort of popular in criminals in their early days by force of his very long movement round one, since he can hitch a ride, so he can get to those far end secures and force the opponent to gang up on those in order to deny the criminals player points.
Yeah, so I've made a mistake. Thank you, Coddle, for pointing that out. It was Diomlord is playing the traditional with a little spicy Guardians list on the right side of the screen right now, and it's Polar from Denmark who is having the spicy Criminal Syndicate list. So thank you, Coddle, for correcting me on that. Secures, as we said, Polar he chose Secure. So let's go and take a look what he picked. It was Super Scoundrels.
One of the criminals' absolute favorites.
Yeah, so he's in a catbird seat, so to speak. And the extract turned out to be mutant. Oh gosh, senators. Ooh, this is going to be a crazy game.
Yeah, I think this is in fact the maximum number of points possible to have on one single table. 11 possible points each round. So we might be in for a quick one.
Yeah. So we better get drinking. I have scotch tonight, which is great because that goes down quick. And you at the G&T? Cheers.
G&T. Yeah, my background's filtering it out.
We see it.
Very classic G&T tonight.
Okay.
Went for some London dry gin with Fentimans tonic and a of lime.
Ooh, Fentimans tonic though. Very nice.
Nothing fancy, just classic, just pure goodness.
Kind of like this game. We're just going to be playing, solid MCP. No fancy, no fancy rules.
Just blitz scoring. But I would say it's quite interesting because one might think that the senators are a favorable crisis extract for the criminals, but in my experience so far at least, that might be a slight misunderstanding because it is an extract that forces a beat down in the middle, which is something that criminals do not like.
Aha. Yes, right.
But coupled with this scoundrels crisis, perhaps could just speed the game up enough to favor the criminals player because they're always fighting against time to stay alive long enough to score out before the game ends.
Yes, absolutely right. Let's take a quick look at what they decided to bring in the end. So we're looking at Polar's list here. He has taken Bullseye, Black Cat, Hood, Mystique, and Shadowland Daredevil, and Kingpin. Wow, he took both. He has Deception, Follow Me, Patch Up, Mission Objective, and All According to Plan. But he doesn't have Versatile Strategy, so I'll be interested to see which leadership he's taking.
Yeah, and he is allowed to pick leadership after deployment, as we know. I'm slightly surprised by the inclusion of Mystique here, given the fact that superpowered scoundrels grant cover to every model that contests them. That means that she will most of the time be firing into cover, and rapid fire into cover is not particularly great.
Right.
Even under Daredevil's leadership, it takes away so much of the impact of those attacks. On average, reducing the damage by 50%. So an interesting choice for sure. He has Deception. That is a fantastic card that can really warp the extract game for sure. But yeah, that is an interesting choice to ponder him about later.
Cool. Good. You taking notes again, my good man?
For sure.
Thank you, sir.
Always. You know it.
Star-Lord on Diomlord side, Rocket, Groot, Senior Thanos, and Drax. Okay, so Drax is a little different. Yeah.
Not the most popular choice, so it will for sure be interesting to see what Drax can do. You don't get to see him in the wild very often.
No,
so,
but he's good at standing on points and throwing people.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Right, we have We Are Groot, Deadly Duo, classics. Recalibration Matrix, okay. Power of the Cosmos. Ooh, this is that one that Pat used that one time a long time ago. Yep. Remember? That was so fun. Let's see if Diomlord can make it as effective as it was for Pat. And Fallback, another classic card. Tonight's map is brought to us by Mike DeLuca. Thank you, Mike, for putting the effort into this. He has called it Shipping Delays. 33 points of terrain on the table. Let's take a quick look. We've got a size 4 trailer here. Size 3. This is one thing. Size 3. Size 2 over here. Loads of containers. Oh, Mike's being naughty. Look at these size 2 containers here in the deployment line. Size 2. Ooh, look, that's where all of our Beta Ray Bill boxes are, and the and Spider-Woman boxes, Agent Venom boxes are in these containers here. Shit, no wonder.
Are those delayed in Britain?
Yeah, they might be. I think they're stuck in the Suez Canal. Shipping containers 3 here. Well, Mike DeLuca is fond of terrain and has put a lot on here. He must have been in his Brotherhood phase at the time. And then a few street lamps here. And then what's this? A pallet of barrels. Size 2. So these are the senators here down these 6, which is apropos as it was just the State of the Union address yesterday. The senators, I'm sure, were watching the TV like we all were.
Yes, obviously.
And then we have, what are these supposed to be? What's the other one? Superpower scoundrels form sinister syndicate. Scoundrels, but they're people on the little tokens.
Yeah, it's alliteration.
Yeah, but what are these people doing?
Well,
are they the scoundrels?
Scoundrels.
Okay. Right. Let's take a look at deployment. We've got Kingpin straight down the middle, Hand Ninjas, and Daredevil to his right, Hood on the far right there. On the left is Mystique, Bullseye, and Black Cat. What's oof?
That's an aggressive move teased by Daredevil there. Also, it appears that Polar forgot that he needs to activate the grunts first. But it looks like he's about to mitigate that.
Yeah. So it looks like Daredevil is on one of the points, and the ninjas have picked up the extract for free, which is their ability.
Yep. Now note that they are standing within one of the secures, but they are not able to contest secures. So that also means that they are not getting cover.
Right. Right. Okay, so then we have here in the middle Senior Thanos, Rocket and Groot to his left. On his right is Star-Lord and Drax, which is, I think, a
I
pretty...
didn't have time to see the gems on that Thanos.
Oh, it's Senior. It's Senior Thanos. Space reality. Senior. See, he's
Senor Thanos.
Yeah, the Thanos with the sombrero on. Come on.
All right.
Get with the program,
calling him now?
Huggy Bear. Yeah, I thought that's what we
calling
call
him
him.
now?
I thought that's what we call him. It was either that or
All right,
senior.
all right.
It's supposed to be Thanos Senior, SR, Sir Senior. But I think the Americans like to say Senior. You can't understand the Americans, Huggy. Don't try.
Yeah.
Leave it to me to interpret for
Colorful.
you.
All right.
So who do we have here?
That was a very aggressive move by Daredevil, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. Because he's not. Who is he? No, he's not contesting a point.
No, he's just holding a senator. He is tanky, although the senator is not showing up on the overlay, unfortunately, because he is holding one.
Yeah, I think he must have put it on the
Well,
wrong.
he didn't.
Yeah, it's not on the right part of his little
It's on
box.
the card, but yeah.
Yeah. PHP Chrono contesting that the Americans speak well. Welcome everybody in the chat. So glad to have you here tonight on a special night of MCP. Because we're streaming it. That's why it's special. We've got Bullseye now coming up to grab a point. Or maybe actually both. He's
I'm
gonna.
not certain if yeah.
Can you do? Can you?
Yep. Apparently you can.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's
I need to ask about the leadership.
pretty nice placement. Oh yeah, whether it's Kingpin or Daredevil, I would. My guess would certainly be Kingpin's leadership here.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. But having that versatile strategy would have been nicey. This is a perfect scenario for that.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. So
Then again, the Daredevil leadership kind of likes to go with the rapid fire spam.
Yeah, sure.
And that, like I mentioned, that is not a very fun time on Scoundrels.
Fair. Okay, I found out it is Kingpin. And so he's moved. So Bullseye is able to do that. Basically the 30 millimeter base is able to be between the Senators and the Scoundrels. Very interesting.
Yep.
Right. So Drax is there on his point. Bullseye's opposite of him, pointing at him ominously. We've got the top right point basically unsecured. I hope Polar understands that. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon enough. Daredevil in the middle, and Diomlord is, I think he's next.
One classic move that Polar did not decide to use here is to deploy the ninjas right opposite one of the Senators, move up, grab it, and then immediately commit suicide to pass it to one of your allied characters on the deployment line.
Right.
To get it to safety quick.
Yeah. The other move I've seen is for people to put Daredevil on one side of the board and the ninjas on the far side of the board.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is, though. What benefit you get from that?
Basically just picking up two extracts at once early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, then,
on hammers, for instance, you could grab both of the midline hammers, forcing the opponent to make attacks rather than double moving to points.
Yep. That happened to me. I was playing it in a live game, and I used Mystique to deception the ninjas forward, though, and grab the extract that way, which is good. Coddle is from Ireland. Thank you for joining us, formerly in the London meta, but now back home. And he's saying that the sides tend to be safer slightly in Senators. In the center, you generally can be targeted by anyone. Or everyone.
Yep.
Right. So here's Groot. Groot's moving up and grabbing a senator and is right in the middle. And I'm going to assume
These
he's...
early grabs by Polar is certainly putting the stress onto Diomlord to not fall behind too much. He needs to act in order to get those senators for himself. Or else we could see a 7 points score by Polar round 1, which could be devastating.
Seems like your opponent from this week is in the chat, Huggy, and he's mentioning how he found out from you that the sides aren't safe from deception.
Yeah. I had a very enjoyable game last night against the mid-table obscurity, where I got to use deception on his juggernaut at a juicy time. It was fun.
Juicy.
Mostly for me, unfortunately, but he was a fantastic opponent.
Nice. All right, so Polar's moved Hood up to contest that top right point, which is good. And that leaves...
one senator still on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got 2. So Groot has 1. Drax has 1. Bullseye has 1. Daredevil has 1. Who's got the 5th one?
Ninjas.
Oh, they both took it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But perhaps not for long.
Well, I guess if maybe Thanos could get it or Star-Lord. I don't know. Who wants to be in the middle there, though? You know, that's the problem right now.
Problem for Rocket now. A really good placement for him would be next to the top left secure, but that would leave him outside of 2 from Groot. I don't know if there's a sweet spot where Groot can place so that he can reach Rocket on a point with his range 2 bodyguard thing.
Oh,
maybe not.
Before we go any further, I need to ask the chat, is Huggy Bear's sound strong enough compared to mine? We got a complaint, very public complaint in our last video.
And we aim to please.
And we need to make sure people get their Huggy because they're quite upset when they don't have enough Huggy Bear. So please, for the love of God, he's quieter than you. Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, no. I'm dead. That's it. My YouTube career is over.
Oh, no.
I am louder. Yeah, that's generally the case. All right, I'll goose him up a little bit. Everyone's saying you need
Oh, no, it's all about the bass. About the bass. About the bass.
All right, there. I've given you 16% more boost. I hope that's keeping the internet trolls at bay.
All right.
So, Huggy, what's your record so far this season?
I'm 2-1. So still in it, but apparently the 2-1 bracket is not the place to be this particular season because it contains both Pat and Liam Watt currently. So,
oh my God! You shouldn't have lost that game. Big mistake.
No, I really shouldn't.
Who'd you lose to?
Adam Ad Infinitum.
Oh, Ad Infinitum. Oh, okay.
Web Warriors player.
You doing the
to run away with the objectives for me.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me, and it was substantially fast. I couldn't believe with the new crises, the game could go super fast away from you. It's unbelievable.
Oh, for sure.
You playing Shield still?
The sort of. I'm alternating in between a couple of variations.
Nice. Keep it close to the vest.
Last night I actually dabbled in Wakanda.
Oh, wow.
Getting a bit nostalgic there.
Yeah, good for you.
I played them a lot in the early days of the game, but haven't touched them for a year and a half or so.
Yeah, sure. No one has. Sadly. Okay. Rockets moved up once, and he shot the ninjas. Despite cover, he manages to wipe them out, and so the what?
No cover
No, no.
on the ninjas there.
Oh, right, because they're not contesting. Sorry.
Exactly.
Nonetheless, it was an easy job for Rocket, and he's dropped
Yep.
the token at the very top of the board now.
So that's what I'm talking about. The reason why, because if he had moved up and suicided the senator onto, for instance, Mystique or Kingpin, then he wouldn't have had to do this.
Right. Basically, getting Mystique now out of position.
Interesting thing here is to note is also that Thanos is the only model on Diomlord's side that can round one affect any of Polar's secure positions.
With his movement ability, right?
Yes, exactly right.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. And that's what he does, and we're not going to see him going until last. That's the classic way forward.
For sure.
So I have lots of interesting notes about in real life gaming for everybody. Today's the 8th of February, which is Wednesday. This weekend, finally, after me talking it up for so long, is the MCP Weekender event in York. So on Friday, me and I think literally 15 people, I think it is, from London are heading up into the north to terrorize all the northerners up there and drink all their cheap beer.
Is the beer cheap in York?
Well, it depends. They have lots of nice microbreweries, which are really good, actually. And then it's not so cheap. And you're like, well, I came all this way from London. I expected a little bit better. But in the venue itself, they have, I don't know, subsidized or just not a microbrewery kind of a situation. And those beers are far more reasonable than what you would find in London. Yes.
Yes. They're cheap in York.
Look at you. Wow. Okay. Send hate mail to Huggy. Don't put it on my channel. I don't need that. I still got a yacht to pay off, and I need the YouTube money. So, yes. So it is cheap well, it was anyway, 2 years or 3 years ago when I went there last. And they have northern bitters. They had a bitter up there, and I happen to like bitters. That is something the North is really good at. And, so I'm looking forward to some of those when I'm up there. And whiskey, maybe some whiskey.
Never enough whiskey. Thanos going before Star-Lord. That's interesting.
Whoa, what's going on here? Yes, so I hope I see people who are watching up in the MCP Weekender. I'm super stoked. It is back. It's one of the closest things that we have to an American-style convention here in Europe. And it's this Friday through Sunday. We do scrambles on Friday and then a big event Saturday and Sunday. I will be there as soon as it opens, so we're aiming to be there around noon on Friday. Right, Thanos moves up.
Seems that he's debating on whether to... Oh. Looks like he decided to portal Star-Lord up rather than portal one of Polar's character off of a point. That's interesting. Looked like he was about to portal Bullseye off of his point and give him a smack, possibly one-shotting him. He's only got 4 health.
So this is interesting. He's moved himself forward to grab the senator and also contest a point. That puts 2 people contesting the center point, which he needs because otherwise Kingpin's going to rock up there and with his affiliation ability also count as 2.
Indeed.
And then he moves
score it even.
Yeah, right. So it'd be nobody wins it. And
I think that the important thing for Diomlord here, rather than chasing points for himself, the important thing is to slowing down Polar's scoring as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Which is going to be a tall order because, as you said, this is a very point-rich combination of crises.
Yeah, his task could not be more difficult.
Nice. The pressure's on Diomlord. If you didn't notice, he moved Star-Lord up on top of the little crate. What happened? Did he bang him? Oh, yeah. Diomlord.
Daredevil got a
Ooh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits because of the
and here's another one.
reality thing. 2 saves though, so that's not bad. But now he's getting tossed into those containers for an extra point. So as you see on the screen, he's taken 5 out of 6 hit points. Wow.
Looks like he's trying to throw Daredevil in such a way that he remains within 4 of Star-Lord. That is, however, in vain because Daredevil has stealth.
Ah, right. Does he have marked for
But
death?
now Star-Lord has
A movement. He's got a movement.
Very nice opportunity to, during his activation, move to the top left scoundrels objective.
Yeah.
And with Death's Decree, put 7 dice of energy into Daredevil.
Yeah. This is some Pat level pre forward thinking going on here, Diomlord. So, kudos. Really like that. I'm going to have to do some disclosures as well, Huggy Bear. Diomlord is from Italy, of course, but he is one of the 2 Italian teams that is going to the big Madrid team tournament on the 25th and 26th of for February, so a couple weeks from now. Yes, he'll be there. And the reason why this is important is because they lost one of their people due to a work commitment that came up. And they very kindly asked me to come along and be part of their team.
Oh,
yeah.
And you agreed?
Well, no. What I did is I presented the proposition to my significant other, who's never been to Madrid before and has told me more than once that she's really upset that she's never been to Madrid because I've been there for a couple times for work. Yeah. So I said, I don't need to go, is what I said. I don't need to be there. I wasn't planning to be there. Do you want to go to Madrid? No.
That is some masterclass life gaming.
I may not be good at MCP, but what I am good at is working.
The mini game we all love.
So it turns out that she enjoyed that idea, and so we are now going to Madrid for the weekend. I'll be able to actually work out of my Madrid office there for one day, so she'll have an extra day in Madrid, which is nice. And yes, so I'm going to be partly Italian on the 25th and 26th of September. I keep saying September, for February. So only a couple of weeks away. We've worked out the lists. I'm really excited about the kind of cool lists that I've got there. Can't reveal it yet because lists aren't locked yet. They're locked on the 12th. And look at it. This
Dottore Norberto.
Yeah. Thanks, Huggy. So I'm hoping I can be their bus player because this guy Diomlord is rocking it tonight, and so hopefully they just throw me to the wolves. I get run over by the bus, and these guys can then cruise to the victories. That's what I'm hoping.
Yep.
And sure enough, just like you said, Star-Lord moves up.
Gonna have his comeuppance.
You shouldn't have walked down that dark path, Daredevil. Stick to the light. Star-Lord blasts him with a laser beam.
Zap. And he's also got a winged token on him, so
yeah Daredevil's
I'd say Daredevil's chances are slim.
Something. Oh, not with that hit. Yikes. That's almost guarantee.
Yep, that'll do it.
Poof.
Oof. This is not a very good start for Polar.
No, it was a spicy start. He had but couple.
It was a very aggressive placement of Daredevil, and it did not pay off.
No,
at least not so far.
Not so far. That's all right. I'm sure Polar's got Plan B. It looks like he's going to get that middle point by virtue of the affiliation ability.
Correct.
So
it looks like he's looking at 4 points.
Yeah, I was going to say
the Guardians player is looking at 6. Oh my. That is not good for the criminals to be behind on points here.
Right, because the criminal game plan is to stay on, just get slightly ahead and then hold on until the end of the game. Yep. Yeah. But that Guardians list with Senior Thanos, the Mexican Thanos, the actual spicy Thanos, like literally spicy. He loves the spice on his burrito. I love burritos. Can I tell you how much I love burritos? And one of the few things I miss from the States is good Mexican food, which sounds hilarious because I should go to Mexico for Mexican food. But American style Tex-Mex, man, is that good? There's a few places in London, but you have to look for them. But man,
What what other than enchiladas and tacos and fajitas are there?
yeah, that's what I like. All that kind of stuff. Yes. Um, and if, occasionally a good tamale. Tamale is nice. You get Mexican food up in Malmo?
Well, it's not that popular, to be honest. You see much more of, well, kebab is everywhere
Yeah, that's
in
Europe.
Sweden, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's the German kind döner,
Donut, yeah.
but yeah, not very many Mexican places in Sweden,
Right.
actually.
You need to come to London then. Bring your lovely wife. We'll go out and find Mexican food.
Do you know what, Norbert?
Tell me.
One and don't hit me. Don't mute me. No.
Don't mute me. Don't mute
As,
me, bro.
as I may have told you at more than one occasion, my wife and I spent a significant chunk of time out of our honeymoon
Yeah.
in London,
Yes. Yes, I remember.
and I was surprised at how bad the food was.
Oh, yes. What year was this, though?
This was in the year of our Lord 2014.
Oh, okay. Relatively recent. Well, I don't know what happened
How
then.
old do you think I am, Norbert?
No comment. Moving along. Ooh, I just watched this film with Vilma that had Jennifer Lopez in it. It was called Shotgun Wedding. I was on Amazon Prime,
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's new. Brand new. Came out this year. So she's got this scene there where she's getting married, and so she's trying to have one night with her fiance before the big day to kind of relax, and so she's showing herself off to try to get him interested, and he's distracted by something else. Anyhow, she's showing off her body essentially during the scene. So I had to look her up. She's 53, and she's smoking. Oh my god, she's in fantastic shape. Now, of course, she's an actress. She's got a lot of money, but nonetheless, there's a lot of stuff that surgery and chemicals can't fix. But wow, so kudos to you, J Lo. You're doing fantastic.
Yeah. Just like Black Cat, who just staggered the Thanos here, I believe.
Yeah, classic. But why is she getting thrown?
She's not. She's getting a free short move out of the
Oh, it's the elusive.
trigger.
Yeah, but why she take 3 damage? And Bullseye too. What's going on?
Oh, sorry. She's obviously getting thrown.
Yeah.
I misinterpreted the arrows.
Yeah.
He is getting punched and thrown. Blah.
Yeah. Punch and
Too
thrown.
much gin.
And Bullseye had a dodge and did not do a good job of dodging. He's taking all 3 hit points from her. So that's 3 out of 5 on Black Cat, 3 out of 4 on Bullseye. Not good. Diomlord is dominating already at the start of round 2.
Yep.
Thank you, Coddle. Yes, he confirmed.
Maybe we'll see Thanos portal her back and hit her again, or
I don't know. Quick shout out to Matt Alex in the chat. I love Matt. I can't wait to see you again in March. It's going to be so good to hang out. He's asking people to do a Senior Thanos conversion. I think just a sombrero on a normal Thanos model would just be chef's kiss. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe he
I
could
have
hold
a
one of the
local who
tacos.
wants, Thanos with a fishing rod because he's pulling people in.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that. But if you have the Daredevil box, you can get all those little tacos, and you can put some tacos in his hands or something like that.
You mean the Deadpool box?
Or Deadpool, yeah.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Oh my god.
He's holding his hand like
Yeah.
he's stuffing his face with tacos.
Oh my god.
The Infinity Taco.
I would buy whoever had that conversion an actual taco to celebrate that conversion. My god, is that funny? Right.
It appears that we're still on Thanos' second action.
Yeah, seems like it. A lot to think about.
I mean, he does have a chance for a double days.
What are these special like buttons that he's got here?
I think that is a bug that sometimes occurs.
No, okay. Boy, Diomlord is checking out all the different angles.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a cosmic portal,
Yeah. It's
or the mine. It's a
space
gem.
gem.
Sorry, space gem. Sorry.
Because he can't move himself with the cosmic portal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, is he gonna do it? Is this the moment? Is he gonna do?
No. It's mostly his own models. He wouldn't.
Oh.
He wouldn't.
Right.
Or would he? Would he?
He's a madman. This guy's out of control. Somebody.
Oh, Cosmos! Oh my God! Is it time? Is it time?
So.
Yep. 1 automatic damage. 2.
Diomlord is a fucking madman. Oh, we're gonna have a good time in Madrid. The Spanish aren't gonna know what hit him. Woo. Here we go. Who's first? I don't know who's getting hit first.
We'll know soon enough.
Pow!
That's 3 crits, man.
Yes.
Yeah. There goes Black Cat.
Black gets down. Drax and Groot like, what just happened, boss? Boss be working. Who's next? That's Bullseye down.
Oof.
Dropping a
Oh
token.
my God.
Oh.
And I can't remember if you need to take damage in order to get pushed by it, or if you automatically get pushed.
Damage by the attack.
Damage, yeah. So Kingpin, he has this damage reducibility, so we'll see whether he gets pushed. I think that he is hoping to.
Here it goes. This is the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see who's the actual boss of this town. Right now, settling it. Not Thanos. Oh wait, so he's got 1 crit. Beg your pardon.
No push.
So it's 2 hits.
Nah,
2 hits. No,
Kingpin has 3 blocks.
Kingpin is the man. Kingpin doesn't. He don't care if you are a spacefaring titan.
Yeah. So now he can send Thanos flying into someone. But yeah. Thing here, it's Thanos activating first is not a bad thing for Polar.
Well, what do you think though? Do you think it paid off? Do you think this move paid off for Diomlord?
He did double days Black Cat and Bullseye, and he has also made it so that he will have the last activation of the round. But if that last activation could have been Thanos, that would have been way more impactful than any of his other characters. So certainly he has slowed down the points that Polar can score significantly this round. But I think it could have been worse. I think it could have been worse for Polar. I was kind of expecting him to do something to Daredevil, possibly KOing him. Kingpin going to town on Thanos might be dangerous, but he did not really stop that from happening either way. He's standing next to him, although he was hoping for that power of the cosmos push to at least deny him 1 action.
Yeah,
because now he could punch Thanos, generate 1 power, and then do Hail to the King on him, and that is not great.
Well, not great for Thanos, but great for the audience. For
Thanos,
us, it's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. We want drama. Danish dynamite.
Oh, whoa! Look at you.
I used to work in Denmark, so I'm like,
really. Wait, did you take the train across the channel there to go to work every day? Is that how you did it?
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Nice. What were you doing there?
I was working at a magazine publishing house.
Oh, okay. How long did you do that?
So, for a year. It's Swedish magazines made in Denmark.
The happiest place on earth, as you know.
Yeah, as I know, and I can see why.
Oh, really? As a fellow Nordic person, you can understand that it's more than just hype.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, Wow.
Swedes are way too uptight to be that happy. The Danes have significantly more pastries, more beer, more sausage.
Interesting. That's really interesting to know. My wife's in love with the Danish culture. She would live there in an instant. Although Sweden not far behind, to be honest with you.
What's her favorite parts
Ooh, I think
of
it's
Danish
just
culture?
I think it's just the whole approach to life. Like you're kind of alluding to.
Yeah, it's what we see.
Yeah, but Sweden is not far behind. She would live there in an instant. You know,
Ah,
especially
yeah,
now.
it's we do have free healthcare and we have some pretty decent schooling systems and whatnot. But yeah, we're kind of boring compared to the Danes, I say.
Okay, this is amazing news. I'm very, very educated here tonight. Looks like Daredevil is doing his thing. He beat up Star-Lord quite a bit. Star-Lord's on 5 out of 6. I'm sure Polar was hoping for a knockout there, or days.
Yep.
And then
It seems as
I think he's using his AoE attack,
yeah,
Daredevil.
he's spent a ton of power, so that's certainly what's happening. And that one turns into Mystic on his injured side, which is
Yeah, it's cool.
technically not great because Thanos is pretty good at defending against Mystic attacks.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. Yeah, normally it's actually pretty good. Ooh, but
But
that... Whoa! 5 crits will solve that problem. What is going on tonight? This is mayhem.
oh yeah, watch me.
Daredevil's pissed. He's like, I am the demon here tonight. Wow. That's amazing. Thanos sitting on 6 out of 8 hit points. And this is Daredevil going to Groot, I think. Good lord. This is bloody. Man, and Polar's rolling hot against Groot as well. Man. Wow. So that's left Star-Lord 5 out of 6, Groot 5 out of 7, Thanos 6 out of 8. I have to say, between the power of the cosmos and Daredevil just being pissed off, this game is nuts. We Are Groot coming into play, obviously.
Apparently we are. That's a pretty effective play of that card.
Wow. Yeah, the mid-table obscurity is like, hold my beer.
Thanos now has a ton of power for some
Well, whatever.
death decrees here.
Yeah.
And Daredevil does not seem to be standing within one of the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
scoundrel.
it. Yeah.
He could just as well. He could just as well have done that. I think. Or maybe he couldn't get within 2 of Rocket in that case.
Yeah, possibly.
Mm.
Interesting. What did Rocket do? Did he manage to dodge all that? I've always felt that AMG overvalues AoE's attacks. They cost too much, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But now that the
Possibly,
crises are all more centralized like this, maybe it's come around to being an actual reasonable cost.
Possibly. Well, it certainly has increased the popularity of Power of the Cosmos.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, people reminded me the reason that Rocket didn't take any damage is because he shunted it to Groot, obviously. Yeah.
Looks like Mystique is about to get some.
But she's got stealth too. How is she getting shot?
I think they just measured that Star-Lord was.
Oh, Star-Lord. I thought it was Rocket. Sorry. Star-Lord, sure. Yeah, it sounds fine. Oh my god. This game is crazy. Nobody knows how to roll defense dice in this game. That's
but that's an outright ace. Yep.
Whoa.
There she goes.
One shot. I'm glad I'm drinking whiskey and not a big Yorkshire pint of bitter tonight, because I don't know if I'd have time to finish that pint.
No. But surprisingly enough, we at least I expected it to be the Guardians that would be chasing and not the criminals.
Joe, are you asking what is happening because You can't believe what's going on, or you actually don't know what's happening. Mid-table security is telling me I should be pounding my whiskey because this game is going to be over at turn 3.
Yep.
Joe's in shock. He just can't believe it. I can't believe it either.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see this game hit round 4 for sure. There's gonna be a ton of points.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so Starlet's doing a second attack into Daredevil because he's finished with Mystique. He's like, bam! Headshot! Let's see how Star-Lord fares because he's in bad shape. 2 saves, 3 hits, not enough. Star-Lord survives and hasn't gone yet, so that's good.
given the state of the game,
Right.
This is well, surely
Ooh,
if he's paid for, I'd expect him to have paid for hit and run here because Daredevil is not holding anything, so this is not really promoting the his Diomlord's game plan here, given that Daredevil dying now is like not that big of a deal since he's not contributing. He's activated and standing in no man's land with no extracts on him. But well, I guess why not take a shot when you have the chance?
yeah, sure.
But then building him up for power, possibly allowing for that all according to plan to be played easier next round.
Yes, right. Good point. Yeah, I keep forgetting that during the course of a game.
Polar is going to have more than enough power for sure, but some characters you want to not spend too much power on to keep them being effective.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Coddle and the Irish community. I think he said there was 6 of them flying over to the York MCP weekender. So thank you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Irish, if you've never had the opportunity to have drinks after gaming with Irish people, you must make that happen because they are the best evening companions that you can come across. My goodness. I told you this story, right? When the first time I went to Dublin for a War Machine event when I came over to Europe. Did I tell you about this? This is the first... What?
If you have, I can't remember, so tell me again.
Okay. Quickly, that's Daredevil going into Groot, I think.
No,
the other way around.
The other way around.
Yeah, Groot going into Daredevil. Yeah. So I'm used in the United States, you have a few drinks at the early beginning of the night, and then you tend to slow down. People stop buying, they nurse their drinks, and then they go home. It was exactly the opposite in Dublin. Nobody was drinking terribly much at the beginning. It was all casual and everything. And then as like the night went on and we're getting closer and closer to closing time, literally people would just buy pints for everybody at the table and just drop them on the table. And before those were done, somebody else would be in a panic because it was almost closing time and buy another whole round, just throw them on the table whether you liked it or not. The escalation went up, not down, towards the end of the night. So I said, when do we have to leave? And they said, we've been giving the bartender free drinks. So when he wants to leave is when we have to leave.
Accelerating equilibration.
Yeah, it was so good. I couldn't believe it. This was culture shock. Yeah, that was a route going on Kingpin, hey?
Yep, that is not good for Kingpin.
No, he wants to do that Hail to the King and other superpowers, and now he's going to have more trouble doing all that.
Hail to the King in particular is not affected by root, but his damage reduction is. And that is the biggest issue for him, I think.
Yeah, but he only has 2 power as well, so he's not going to be doing a lot.
Well, it's annoying enough that he's at some point basically gonna have to shake it or go down.
So Groot managed to put quite a bit of hurt on Daredevil. He's on 4 out of 7, which is not good. Daredevil's already on the injured side.
Yeah, and Rocket is still to go.
Yeah, and Deadly Duo is still online.
Yep, but it's still not netting Diomlord any points. And to be fair, there is a non-zero chance for him to score out this round. It's not likely, but I mean, it's there. Not anymore, but
Polar's moved Hood up to a point and is looking to shoot somebody.
at the moment, it looks as though Diomlord will be scoring 6 points once more.
Oh, Coddle's right. Deadly Duos won't work anymore because Groot's only on 1. I keep forgetting that card is 2 each.
Yep, that's correct. Also, Hood is now going to generate enough power to heal Daredevil, I expect.
Yeah.
Who's he shooting at? Thanos?
Yeah, I think so. Is it either that or Groot?
Seeing 4 defense dice.
Wow, look at that roll, though.
Thanos.
3 crits.
Wow.
Yeah. This game is crazy.
But it's 3 blocks effectively
Yeah.
because of cover and
Oh, cover. Thank you.
yeah, I don't know if they forgot about that. Looked like he took 2, but yeah.
Yeah, and he did heal Daredevil. So well done, Polar. Good move there. Really good move. No rapid fire, sadly. He didn't get the trigger. It's annoying. Always annoying when that happens, but there you go. That's the dems the breaks. In the immortal words of Boris Johnson, our fantastic prime minister, dems the breaks.
Carefully but irreversibly.
Hey, you know, we're going to be
Famous
seeing...
What I remember.
What did he say? What did he say?
Carefully but irreversibly.
What was he referring to?
It was when the pubs were going to open up
Oh.
after the first year of the pandemic. And he said that he would carefully but irreversibly raise a pint to his lips.
That guy's such a character. It's actually not hard to understand why a number of people in the England continue to vote for him.
Well, no comparison in other aspects, but Winston Churchill wasn't that popular either.
Well, he was during the war, right?
And he knew how to party.
I didn't know that. Was he a party guy? I know he liked martinis, I think.
He liked to walk around in a one-piece and consume several bottles of champagne.
Oh, champagne.
Every day.
Champagne. Nice. Oh, man, those were the days. I think there's 1 ticket left, by the way, for the MCP Weekender. So if you like drinking cheap northern pints of bitter or whiskey with me, please do consider coming. I can give you all the details. You need to act fast. It's this weekend. But you know what I've been telling people? Life's too short. I mean, I'm being serious. The pandemic came out of nowhere. It screwed us up. Nobody could have stopped that. Nobody could have predicted it. You know, just make it happen, people. Go and do things. Don't, lose your job over it, obviously. But seriously, enjoy life. Make the most of it. If something comes, just take the plunge and do it. Just do it.
Hear, hear.
Joe Manji is warning me there's no cheap pints in York. Have they all been drunk up by the Northerners? Is that why, Joe? Have they left all the expensive ones for us Londoners to buy? Is that what's happened? Sad.
That's what you get.
And you will like it. A lot of hand waving going on. I love this part of the match.
Yeah, a lot of attacks have gone into Daredevil, but not many damage points on him. And this is gaining Diomlord no points. Not that he needs a ton more than he
More points,
already
yeah.
has, but
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention that Gil from Denmark, he'll be coming up to us tomorrow night. He'll be here tomorrow night. Yeah, because he's coming to the York Weekender. He's such a awesome dude, going everywhere. And
very nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Also a Dane.
Very much so. Born and bred.
Backstopping Groot there.
Nice one. He's worried about Kingpin throwing him off.
Yeah, or pushing him because Kingpin has a wild push on his builder.
Yeah.
That looked a bit far, perhaps, but I don't know.
All right. Rockets decided to move up and contest the point in the middle. And yep, as we predicted, Kingpin's going to be punching Thanos a bit. Thanos is sitting on just 2 hit points left, so.
Yep.
Let's see. Ooh, nice bad.
Very well go down.
3 hits, including 2 crits.
Oof.
Not bad. They roll into 4 hits into effectively 2 saves. Yeah, that's it. Just what he needed. Oh, this game is great. This is a fantastic game. I'm sure the players are really pissed off about it, but I'm having a blast. Hey, Pap Cassie is a new chatter in the stream. Thank you so much for coming. He's mentioning that this is his brother playing Polar.
Oh,
nice. He wants to know if he's in on the stream because he's very good. Nothing like brotherly competition to stoke conversation. Well, he is undefeated, Pap Cassie. So. We look for undefeated games just to help kind of keep the level of entertainment high. Yep. Thanos drops his senator, so we'll see where he puts it. The question, Pap Cassie, is how are you doing in the league? Are you playing in the league? I hope you're supporting your brother by playing alongside him, and hopefully going to a lot of Danish in real life events.
Oh my God!
What?
Was he measuring a cane laser there?
Actually, why don't you promote your event to the Danes since it's so close to them?
Yes. The Multiverse of Malmö is a 2-day MCP event taking place in the 18th and 19th of March. You can find all the info on Facebook. I'll post the link in the chat, and we are at 12 participants so far, and we expect more to come over the coming weeks. So don't wait to get your ticket.
Yes. It's going to be great. Very reasonably cost. I hear you have to bring your own shoes, though.
Well, technically you're not allowed to wear shoes in the game room, but so indoor shoes are highly recommended.
Well, can you explain a little bit about this? Because I find that very intriguing.
You don't have places where you're not allowed to wear shoes in England?
No, I'm being serious.
Do you wear your shoes at home?
No, at home we do the European thing, which I'm very glad about. Americans are crazy about this. I don't understand this. But yeah, when we come home, we take our shoes off at the door and put on our slippers.
Yeah. So slippers are highly recommended.
So you're saying this is a game shop, or what is this place?
No, it's like it's not a game shop. It's a community house where various of different gaming clubs share the area, so to speak. There are board gaming clubs, card game clubs, esport clubs, and also miniature gaming clubs. So
wow,
yeah, it's a nice place called Spelens Hus, which translates directly to the House of Games.
So is it like somebody's actual, or not somebody, but is it a house or is it a commercial property?
It's a commercial property, and it's supported by the community.
Right.
The city.
I see. So, but the policy is when you walk in, you take your shoes off.
Yes.
Huh.
It makes cleaning easier.
Yeah. No, I love it. I think it's all great. It's just not even European terms, at least outside of Sweden, is that heard of. But I'm most European homes, people take off their shoes when they get in the house, unlike Americans who just tramp around with their shoes on, which I just don't understand. Like that's outside. Like
especially in the winter.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that's a myth. Any Americans in the chat can tell us if that's a myth.
What, in the winter? Wait, like if there's snow and like salt and stuff outside, is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I'm sure they would take out their shoes off then because they're wet and stuff like that. But otherwise, if they're wearing their sneakers during the summer or whatever, they would just roll in and wear them all the time.
Only Drax left to go, it seems.
Yeah. So Groot got tossed off the point.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves just Rocket on the point, and he's also outside of 2, so Rocket's quite vulnerable at the moment. And you're right, Drax.
Yep.
Drax is left to go, and that'll end round 2.
So currently, Diomlord is getting to score 5 points if Drax simply remains in his place, and Polar will be scoring 4. So that's not great at all for the criminals. I certainly expect us to see an all according to plan played top of round 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving Drax up here means that it's gonna be a 2-2 draw on the middle. So slowing down the criminal, like wasting one of his own points in order to slow down the scoring of the criminals. Not sure. In a vacuum, I'd say that's the right move, but given the fact that he's in the lead, going for increasing his own points, I think
This is the way to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Drax wants to be near people. His attacks aren't very long range.
Yeah. So possibly that. Yeah, he's gonna get 1 attack into Kingpin, but this move also brings Drax with his Senator closer to both Daredevil and Kingpin, and Drax has a Mystic defense of 2 should Daredevil choose to do that AoE thing again. So, slightly risky.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have just stayed on that point and just made some points, But maybe he just wants to get more violence in for the next turn, next round. Right. That ends it. Ends round 2.
Yep.
What a bloodbath. What a great round.
And as Glenn93 so rightly pointed out in the chat, no need for all according to plan because Polar, of course, has priority. Given the fact that he had a lot of characters dazed.
Oh my god. What
before they got to go.
Sorry, guys.
Wow, what's happening now?
Yeah, I don't know. So I messed something up. There we go. It's fixed. Great round. Really great round. Wanted to quickly mention Polar and his father play a lot in real life, and that's wonderful. That's so great to hear. But his brother doesn't play so much, so that's interesting. But
perhaps he should.
Maybe he should. I mean, he's here tonight. Look at how much fun this is. Yeah, sure enough, I've seen people draining off power, so all according to plan is happening now. There's something else I wanted to mention to everybody, and I can't remember.
Why did he play all according to plan? He had priority.
Oh, he's changed his mind. You're right. But why? Joe Manchi's like, but why? I don't know either. I just saw him playing it. I guess he was just excited. He wants to go.
So only 10 points for Diomlord.
Yeah, 10-5. Yikes.
Yeah.
Diomlord could very seriously close this out this round, couldn't he?
Yes, but that would have been easier if Drax had chosen to stay.
Huggy, no commentary. We are not commenting on people's decisions.
No. But certainly, closing out the game is absolutely possible. But I think we're going to look at a powerful double activation with Follow Me at some point.
Yes, people are looking for the Follow Me card tonight. I see it in the chat. People are having it. Right, Daredevil into Drax. Let's see.
So we might actually be wrong on this game ending in round 3. It might very well proceed into round 4 if Polar has gets enough work done here.
Yeah, okay, let's see it happen. So Drax has taken 1 hit point, and it's also triggered. This is Daredevil attacking him, so it's triggered the. I thought it triggered the ninjas to come back in, but maybe not. Okay.
Looked like he was considering it.
Yeah, now it's happening. When they come in, they're allowed 1 free attack.
Yep. Which is very good with Daredevil's leadership. But
Yeah.
that's not the one being used at the moment.
It's Huggy.
The sad thing for the ninjas here is that they can be within 1 of a secure, strike someone who's within 1 of the same secure, but they still get cover because they are not contesting.
They don't get cover.
No, yes, because the ninjas are not contesting, and the
Yeah.
wording on the crisis is that you get cover against anyone who doesn't contest the same crisis token as you.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. Did you get a haircut?
Yes, thank you for noticing.
I'm very, very sensitive to these sorts of things. It's part of my emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Well, I didn't do it myself, but
No. Do you go to a barber shop, or do you have it done at home?
Well, I wouldn't call it a barber shop. It's a hairdresser.
Oh.
But
You admit that on stream?
is there some kind of lexical gap there that I'm not getting?
Oh, just kidding. So yeah, I mean, men go to barbershops, women go to
Hairdresser. Oh well.
But actually, maybe these days men go to hairdressers too. What do I know? Look at my head, and
Well,
yeah, I'm not the expert in this particular topic.
Let's say that my hair is cut by a female person.
Yes.
Who cuts both
Unisex.
men's and women's hair.
Right.
And she does not do beards.
Doesn't do beards though. Interesting. Just on the top.
I take care of that myself.
Okay. Drax has been soaking up these attacks. He don't care. He's like, this tickles.
For the vengeance token, though.
Yeah, Drax is like, not only did you not hurt me, but I'm giving you this vengeance token.
Yeah, Polar needs to get work done here.
Let's see what this next roll does. Not bad. 4 hits, including a crit. Into Rocket this time, who's not protected by Groot. Good call.
Yeah. Also not holding a point, though, but has dangerous output.
You're very right, though, to point this out, because in general, as people start to play MCP, they are focused on, knocking out characters because it's fun and it seems obvious, but it's about points at the end of the day.
It is. And since Diomlord is so close to scoring out, grabbing all the points he can, Polar, that is what he needs to be focusing on, I think.
Okay. Daredevil into Thanos this time.
But this has to be an AoE attack.
Yeah.
Which is why we see
so many
hits going left and right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Ooh, Polar doing great. 5 hits. But a lot of saves. 2 saves plus the invulnerability.
And cover.
Oh God, the cover. No, wait. Is he not within 2?
I don't.
But you have to be contested.
You
Yeah.
still have to be contesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Groot going down would be helpful.
Let's see. I hear the dice being
He's,
thrown. Ooh, nice hit. Whoa. 5 hits, including 2 crits, into 1 save. Crits don't turn into anything, sadly, but still, that's 4 hits. That's enough. I think that's enough.
Yeah, he's putting in some good rolls here. Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah, he's using the Julius Caesar approach. Why be good if you can be lucky? You know, I never thought about what is happening in Sweden around the time of the early Roman Empire. Because the Romans didn't go into
Not
Sweden.
much.
No, it's just a bunch of tribal people running around.
Yeah, basically. Well, there were some cultivated villages, and I guess you could call them towns, but
Sure.
nothing near what could be called European high culture at the time.
Right. Right. So we saw Groot go down. We saw Thanos only taking a hit point, and remarkably, Rocket only takes 2 out of 3 hit points.
Yep. Not sure if this was the first action or the second one. Probably the second one because he put out the ninjas
Yes,
with his first attack.
correct.
But now he does not have the power to follow me.
Yeah.
That could be an issue.
And Rocket sitting there. Oh my God, that is not going to be good. Groot's out of the picture though, so he better use Rocket now, or else that's going to be in a Rocket.
Yeah. Rocket being able to put out 2 hard-on enforcers.
Hard-on enforcers? Is that what he said?
Isn't that what it says on the card?
Maybe on your card.
What? Isn't that what it says on the card?
It's Hadron. It's Hadron.
Oh, it's Hadron. I thought it was hard-on.
It's a hard-on enforcer. That sounds like the name of a porno film. Oh, my God.
Well, your interpretation, not mine.
Huggy, there was only one interpretation of a hard-on enforcer. You're killing me tonight, man. I'm trying to commentate to help the people at home. And you're screwing with me. Oh, my God.
Well, Rocket's obviously screwing up.
I am so sorry.
With his, what was it called? The
Hadron.
Hadron enforcer. Okay. Got it.
I feel like the MCP Weekender has started already tonight. This is amazing. Oh my God, I can't.
So
Yep.
Cat is on only 1 health left.
Yes.
It's like Rocket is targeting a bullseye because a wild will getting that last point of damage automatically to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right. Or 1 hard-on, as the case may be. Rockets are remarkably well endowed.
Only 4 dice. Here comes.
That's what she said.
What? Only 4 dice? Oof.
It was who died, aside from me.
Died.
Black cat.
2 blocks on bullseye with cover, and it's a 3 damage. It should take him down as well, I think. Or no? 5 versus 2. That's 3. He's got 3 left.
Okay, I'm slowly recovering. What happened? Black Cat's gone, and what was the second part of this?
Hand waving going on. He shot at. I think he shot at bullseye. Or did he shoot at cat? No, he should have shot at bullseye and rolled 5 hits. Should have done 3 damage. I'm not following.
Yeah, not sure.
I thought bullseye died there.
Well, no, Bullseye probably took the extra hit from the Hadron Enforcer Wild, right?
I think he targeted bullseye with a second attack because.
Oh, I see.
Black Cat was only on 1 health point left, which meant that he only needed to roll a wild to take her down.
Okay.
Which he did. So, but maybe he did target her. But then in that case, bullseye should have taken another damage.
Sure. Hood into Thanos.
Yeah.
The thing about Thanos is you either have to fully commit to trying to take him down, like pretty much with your entire team, or just deal with him doing stuff to you.
Yeah, and the trouble here is that Thanos is in cover, has 4 Mystic defense and 1 automatic damage reduction against a Mystic rapid fire.
Yeah.
So the odds are not in Polar's favor there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently that was a spender because he received a shock.
Yeah. And Rocket took a damage, and Drax took 2. Glenn's saying that there might have been a Hadron Enforcer and then used booby traps somehow on Black Cat. 4 dice and then shot Cat. Yeah. That's weird, though.
Yeah, because the Hadron Enforcer causes a push, which is a movement, then you can...
Oh. Oh, that would count then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. All right, thanks,
Sneaky.
Glenn, yes, it is sneaky. I have to try to start remembering about the tricks and traps more often. Man, what a cluster in the middle, huh?
Yeah, I think the key model to watch here is Kingpin. If Thanos can take down Kingpin, then this is over, I'd say.
Yeah. Not a guaranteed thing, especially with Thanos being shocked now.
Yeah. Yeah, then it's only 5 dice, and that's not... Kingpin is... He does have root on him. So, but...
Yeah, that's true. He can't reduce it so easily.
Thanos has a wing it token, and he could also pour some power into his spender,
Yeah.
which is energy.
Oh, yeah, even better. Nope, but he's going after Bullseye, it looks like. Or he's moved himself first.
Well, why not? Putting some distance between himself and Kingpin is also a viable strategy. Don't know if he can reach that Senator with 1 medium move. That would be an interesting thing, though. Moving up, killing Bullseye, grabbing the Senator, teleporting himself to the secure. Not bad.
Right. 1 move grabs the Senator that's been sitting here in front of us in the middle.
Question, though, is whether a 5 dice attack is enough to take out Bullseye.
Yeah. He's going to place himself on the point.
Okay. I would have expected him to... okay. Yeah, because if he rolls a wild, he
Pushes
probably
him,
wants
yeah.
to be able to
Throw him.
throw Bullseye into a piece of terrain to do the last point, to do an additional point of damage. to him.
Right.
It could be significant.
Sure. Okay. So we're looking at this last attack now.
Yep.
Here we go. Not good. 2 crits. Oh, sorry, 3 crits because of the reality stone.
Yeah, 3 crits, though.
3 crits.
Yeah,
there
and
there
1
we
block.
go. Boom.
There
4,
it is.
5.
He's down.
Yeah. Okay.
Badang. Okay. Kingpin is still rooted and only on 1 power, so he's... Yeah, but probably was the right call not to go for Kingpin there because he's not in a position to do much.
Yeah. Kingpin's remarkably hard to take down in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a good call. Now he's got a Senator and a point.
Yep. So all Diomlord needs to do now is score 3 points from secures, which he is not currently doing, but he might be when this round is over.
Yeah, Drax could run to a point. Star-Lord's on a point.
Yep.
Mystique and Kingpin
Drax
left to go.
also has enough power to throw Kingpin short, but still away from the action to give him a worse turn. But maybe Kingpin will have a say first whether Drax gets to live or not.
All right,
Fallback
Oh yeah.
played here could be something maybe
Yep.
on denying Kingpin that second attack into Drax, who's holding a senator. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's a lot of talking right now. Kingpin, I think, was attacking Drax.
Yep.
Yeah, here's the card. Fall back.
I would. Yep. I would certainly agree with that move.
Hey, this guy.
Don't put him too far away from the secure though. He's only allowed to move once.
Mm-hmm. Guy Zaidi is in the chat. Good to see you, Guy.
Hey.
Right. So that's Drax off the point, but he's still left to activate. So not the end of the world.
So now Kingpin is in a position where he can't do much with his last action.
Yeah.
Because he does not want to move off the point, which he's currently scoring.
Yep. Take out the ninjas.
And he doesn't have the range to do. Yeah, the ninjas are on his side.
Oh yeah.
He does not have power to do anything to Thanos.
What's he doing here? Why would he move?
Maybe measuring to see whether he can walk and contest.
Hmm. Can't do booby trap Tommy because Rocket's dazed. He's sleeping right now.
Yeah, I really don't think the Kingpin has the reach there.
Yeah, me neither. Especially with that light pole in the way.
Yeah. Fallback was a great play there, I think.
Fantastic. Yeah. Yep, and sure enough, Drax is just going to go ahead and score a point.
Yep. And only Mystique left to go. She has already played Deception, yes, so she cannot affect the objectives as it stands. She could try to mess with Star-Lord. And that would keep him in the game for another... that would keep him in the game for another round. But he elects to go for the Senator. Right. I'm somewhat questioning this move. Because...
Which one? Which one?
He's climbing up on the container to grab a senator, and then he's not allowed to move more, so he's only left with the choice to shoot Star-Lord. But Star-Lord will be in cover, and he's not able to. But if he had moved to Star-Lord's point,
right,
shot Star-Lord, did 3 damage to him, he would have taken the senator off of Star-Lord and also scored the secure in the process.
Right.
And also Star-Lord wouldn't have had cover. Now he's given himself worse odds to take out Star-Lord, and also lowered the possible reward to 1 point rather than, denying 2 points to Diomlord rather than gaining another point for himself.
Star-Lord went down to 5 out of 6 hit points.
Yep.
And rapid fire coming in. No saves.
Ooh,
No
yeah, but cover.
Cover. Yep. Sad. Right. I think
The
that's
odds were not great.
No, they weren't. But this game, there were a lot of crazy rolls, so it could have been possible.
Yep, for sure. So
Star-Lord's going to shoot back.
Star-Lord doesn't have to do anything. Diomlord has the points to go to 16.
Yep. He's got 3 senators, and he's sitting on 3 points.
Yeah. But if Mystique had moved to that objective, then he would have had to take her out in
Mm-hmm.
order to score that point because of the. No, wait. Mystique is on her injured side. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no good.
But
Right.
Mystique would have had the way better chances to take out Star-Lord there if she had moved on to his point.
Sure. Just checking if they're done. I suspect they are, but I'm giving him a little text. Yep, Star-Lord is staying put, which puts the score on 16 to 10, 11, maybe 10. Not sure. Let me message.
The criminals are scoring 4. I think.
PHP, I didn't realize you were in Tallahassee. It is amazing that you could join us so often. Thank you very much, everybody in the chat. We'll be speaking with the players to get their perspective on the game just after this. And wow, Guy is going to be TOing 2 events in Israel in the next 2 months. That's awesome, dude. Wow.
Oh,
Wargaming Dad, good to have you here, watching over the proceedings as usual, making sure everybody plays a clean game. They are done, so we're going to hop into their channel.
let's do that. See you there.
See you there. All right, everybody. Oops. Why does this do this? Discord kind of like dies and then it has to restart itself when I hang up on Huggy. Everybody likes Huggy more than me. Oh, smash the like button. Smash the subscribe. Don't send me any money. I don't do this for money. And I have no way to collect it as a result. But do subscribe and tell your friends because we just like having people here and enjoying the game. That's what it's all about.
On 8, you ended on 16.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, everybody. It's me and Huggy here. Hello. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for letting us stream your game tonight. We had so much fun watching your game. It was really great. Thanks again.
Thank you for the stream. I hope I was thinking at the end, maybe sometimes we were going too fast for the streaming, or it was fine.
It was fine. It was fine.
It was fine.
We're having a good time. We're talking with the chat. We're having some jokes. We're watching the game. It's just a big party. You know what I mean? When you're at a party, do you really focus that much on anything that's happening in particular? No, you just enjoy the experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. Polar, I actually am very pleased to tell you that your brother was watching you the entire time playing here tonight. So that was really nice of him.
Yeah, that was.
He told me that you and your dad like to play MCP quite a bit in real life. Is that right?
Yeah, we do.
That's fantastic. And are you part of Gil's meta in Copenhagen?
I guess kinda. I don't live very close to that, so not really. But I play with him occasionally. So.
Oh, okay, cool. No, it's great that you're playing here in the MCP League. I'm really glad to hear it. By the way, Huggy is from Malmo, and so he's going to invite you to come to his big 2-day event in March.
Yeah, we would love to have you. And as many Danes as possible.
Yeah.
So Polar, sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask you, how long have you been playing?
I think like since the game was out, like maybe a few months after the game came out.
Nice, great. So that's exciting. And how many times have you played in the MCP League?
This is my first time, so.
Ah, great.
Oh, not bad being undefeated after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Very good. And of course you lost tonight, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean you're out of it, of course, right? One win is fine. So I hope you keep your keep your head in the game.
Yeah, it will be.
Perfect. So tell us a little bit about your roster and the team you chose today, and the game plan that you had in mind.
Well, the game plan is like pretty much the usual Scoundrel Kingpin game plan. Go very wide, go for pretty much all of the secures in round 1. Well, that did not work because of Thanos, obviously, but that's like focus mainly on secures and pick up some extracts.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel about the two crises that got picked for this one? Do you think that was a problem for you to having such a fast scoring combination?
Yeah, I think against like the Guardians, the mutant extremist is a very bad one to get picked
Mm-hmm.
because like even though you score 5 points on secures, that's fine because I win secures most of the time with Kingpin. But the extracts not are not so easy to win, so
Yes. And in fact, in this game, remarkably, there are more extract points on that board than secure points.
Mm.
yeah,
Evens
precisely.
out the advantage of Kingpin's leadership there.
Yeah, I also really missed the big round one play with going ninjas to go pick up and pass it to someone else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, we were wondering about that. Is it just something that slipped your mind, or is it just not well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So usually I didn't even know like they can do that usually, but sometimes I measure. I just forgot to do it because my usual plan is just to go up with ninjas to grab them. Because if ninjas can hold on to them, they can just kind of pull away,
Mm-hmm.
have a free point for some rounds.
I was a bit curious. You decided to bring two rapid fire characters to the Scoundrels crisis where there's a ton of cover everywhere. What was your reasoning behind that?
Well, for Mystique, it was mainly like the long move and the power to do sabotage. Like I saw this in the middle to blow up. And for Hood, it's for the heals, like healing Daredevil and Kingpin.
Right.
But yeah, I did see like the cover with rapid fire, not very great, but mm.
Okay. Cool. What do you think changed the game for you? Where do you think things were getting a little difficult?
When he dazed Daredevil round one over
Mm.
here,
Mm.
like over on the side, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, that was some incredible dice. In fact, we thought that both dice on both sides of the game were really hot tonight. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially the attack dice, like the
Yeah.
defense dice for me, not so much.
Yeah. So, Diomlord, I was mentioning to everybody that you and I are going to be seeing each other very soon in Madrid. So I'm very glad to see how well you play, so that I don't have to feel so bad about losing.
Yeah,
So,
no, nothing. Now I'm trying, I'm trying this roster for the big tournament in Madrid.
uh-huh.
Usually, I always were playing like Vanilla Guardians with Ghost Rider,
Right.
and now I'm trying Thanos, and I also saw a lot of your streamings with Pat,
Yep.
just to learn and see how he's playing Thanos with the Guardians.
Right. So,
So I'm really happy to be here on the stream.
yeah, no, it was great to watch you play. You played masterfully today, and you set yourself up. You set a lot of interesting plays up for yourself, which was very similar to the way Pat plays. So that's really well done. The question we have for you though is you played Senior Thanos, and so the question we have is how much do you like Mexican food? Are you a Mexican food fan?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Also, my wife is from Chile, from South America.
Wow. Okay, so you know a thing or two about South American food.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, also she likes like spicy food.
Well, you kept it spicy for us here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your game plan. In particular, why did you take Drax with the rest of the team, which is a fairly standard senior Guardians team?
Yeah, so my base is 16 with Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket plus Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And in 19, from my roster, it's just this crisis. Um, I usually I can choose between like a Winter Soldier or Drax, and but when it's on senators, like most of the time, I'm seeing I'm preferring Drax because usually there is a lot of scrum in the middle. Now with the also with the ambush, maybe Drax just play like a passive this game, but with other secures, like he can go in the middle, take some beating, take a senator, and it's quite like resistant. He can also throw someone because with with the senators you can move only one, so maybe like just throwing for not to do damage, also just for the throw itself, it can be useful.
So you took a little bit of time trying to decide which threat value to choose, whereas 19 seems perfect based on the logic you just talked about. Why did it take you so long to decide between 19 and 20 threat?
Yeah, because with 20, usually Drax is out or Winter Soldier, and I have Ronan or Gamora in. Gamora usually I like on when ambush come because she's like melee and she can move into the ambush and hit the opponent. But like against the Syndicate, he usually has a lot of melee defense, also a lot of health. He can push. So it's quite a little risky to bring Gamora against Kingpin or Daredevil. So the alternative was Ronan, but in that case, okay, he can make a move when he's dazed, but also he's defending only 3 on physical, and I still have to try more 20 because for now I didn't play. I never played Thanos and Ronan in the same team.
Mm,
uh, so it could be like an experiment.
yeah,
But then I decided to go 19 just because I'm more comfortable with it.
yeah, sure.
Mm.
But yeah, it could be. I have to try Ronan on 20 with this setup
Yep.
because maybe he has some pushes. He can do some. Also, usually he has some problems with the movement. If he's pushed away, maybe with Thanos and Portal, Ronan can be more in position to do like 2 attacks in the same turn.
Yeah. At what stage do you feel Polar was putting the most pressure on you?
Yeah, maybe at the start, like the first time with Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't remembering that also Shadowland Daredevil can do
AOE.
away attacks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was only thinking about the classic one,
Yep.
and yeah, so he quite he got me like surprised from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily he did some damage, but if I remember right, the first time he didn't like dage Groot or anyone, so I could heal with Groot with the card. It quite prevents the move in some way. But yeah, he forced me to use Wear Groot
Yes.
in that run.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, luckily no one fall down from the attack, so I can heal each character.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, that was an interesting part of the game. Actually, really enjoyed that. Huggy, do you have any questions?
Well, I was also wondering about Drax, and you've answered that thoroughly. So I would just like to thank you for the game and wish you good luck in the upcoming rounds.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you both for streaming, letting us stream your game tonight. You're both still in it, so I hope you play further. This is week 3, 3 more weeks to go. It's quite a long journey, but it's part of the allure of playing a global event like the MCP TTS League. I'm going to thank everybody for streaming us with us tonight. We had loads of fun. Thank you, Huggy Bear, for being such a wonderful co-host as always. And
Thank you, Norbert. Always a pleasure.
great to hear it. And we hope to see you all at our next stream, hopefully next week. And until then, have a great evening and hope you're playing some great MCP. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.